Hey guys, what's up? It's me, LegoLee329 here, bringing the LEGO Castle review. Today we have set number 70402. This is the Gatehouse raid. It costs about $30 US. It has 248 pieces, ages 6 to 12. And here's a front look at your box. There's the back of your box. This set includes a surprisingly pretty small instruction manual with only 46 pages of building. First off, for minifigures here is a generic Lion Knight. Basically, he's really cool, got some great front torso, particularly nothing really exclusive about him. He's holding a nice spear right there. There's a better look at some of his details on his face. He looks a little bit too happy to be a knight, but he's still pretty cool. He also features some very nice back printing. Our second knight minifigure here is definitely a lot more exciting. This guy has a lot of armor on, which is really cool. I love his shield. He's also holding that sword that came with that one Series 9 collectible minifigure, which looks really great. There's a little closer look at him. He features some great leg printing. I also love his torso armor piece. Looks really great. That's completely printed, which is really nice. There's a look at him with all of his armor off and a better look at his face. He also features some slight back printing. Our first Dragon Knight here is extremely generic. He comes in quite a few sets, that face in particular. He's holding a nice gunmetal spear right there. There's a better look at his detailing from the front. He features just the one face right there, and some slight back printing. Last but certainly not least here is the actual Dragon Knight himself with all the crazy armor. I love this figure, definitely my favorite figure from the set right here. I love that helmet in black, it looks absolutely fantastic. Also his shield printing is great. He has a bigger sword right there which looks really, really cool. There's a better look at his armor, it looks absolutely fantastic. There's a close-up at his front torso printing. It's the exact same as the other Dragon Knight, but he does have some leg printing and a pretty nice double-sided face. He also features some good back printing. Before we get to the main parts of the set, you do get one of the new horses with some great new pieces. I love they made the helmet and the horse like robes completely different because of the new horse mode, which is really cool. And a very cool thing about this horse is you can still move its hind legs despite having that new piece, which is really, really cool. And it's also very easy to put the Dragon Knight minifigure on top right there, which looks absolutely fantastic. Here is the set itself. You get a Gatehouse and a small little Catapult, so look at those pieces individually. The small Catapult here is a pretty simple design, not too many pieces going on with this thing. Some really big stone looking wheels which are pretty cool, and it also functions pretty well. The ammo for this Catapult, as you can see right there, those little orange translucent cylinders, which are pretty cool. You can easily load those up into the Catapult, and if you press down on this, it will fire pretty well, which is pretty nice. Here's the main part of the set, the Gatehouse itself. I'll give you a little bit of a view down here. You can see there's some really cool details. I love the use of those new brick pieces, which are really, really nice. Also some flames right there, a gate, and you can see on the other side, really, really cool. One of the main things about this Gatehouse is that it actually can connect to the bigger King's Castle, which is a $100 set. And that does mean this Gatehouse has a little bit of modulability to it. You can see these two little pieces right here can detach pretty easily, which is really nice and cool. You can also rearrange them in any way you like. There's not too many combinations you can make with this particular set, but if you get the giant castle, you can combine them all to make this really cool big castle, which would be really awesome. Our first section of the Gatehouse here is pretty simple. You got this little roof right here, which is slanted slightly, and you got some cool details. Also, I really like the crosshair right there. The back, nothing really special going on there. You can definitely fit a minifigure in. One thing I don't like, it's only 4 studs wide. I kind of wish they made it 6 studs wide. It feels a little bit like small if it's only 4 studs wide. If you guys remember, I reviewed a couple years back that Kingdom set that was $20. It was like a dragon castle. Go check out that review. That set was also 4 studs wide, and I just don't like that about these smaller castle sets. You can also see the red piece right there. Really wish they would have used gray or brown, not red. Red kind of stands out. It's not really that visible, but does bother me in some ways. The other second side here is pretty identical, but it does have some bars right here, which is pretty cool. If I turn it around, you can see there's a flag right there, an extra spear, and you also have a nice little prison with that printed piece, which I really love, and you can open this up, which is pretty cool, and there's a little bit smaller room to fit a minifigure in right there, and you can pretty easily close the prison door. Here's the main part of the set right here. From the front, it looks pretty cool. The gate is pretty cool. It does open pretty nice, and that piece there stops it from, going any farther forward, which is pretty nice. One thing I don't like about those is it's kind of only covering up about 2/3 or 3/4 of the way up here. So if you have someone who has a rope or just a really good climber, they could probably get over this gate pretty easily, which is a little bit of an unfortunate thing. Got some stickers right here. Love those pieces there, and the dark gray color that looks really, really great as we move around to the side here. Nothing really going on from the back. You can see this is actually built on one of those octagonal pieces in green, which I think is a really great piece. Moving up the Gatehouse, you can see it has some stickered flags. Got a catapult right there, which I'll show in a minute. In the very top, you have a shield right there, a little gold piece. There's a pretty nice little amount of room. You can definitely stand a couple figures up there, which is pretty cool. Now the main play feature with this Gatehouse here is the Catapult, which is pretty cool, but I really like the way that LEGO designed it. You get some of the, little rock pieces right there, and you can definitely load it up. The cool thing is, kind of like the Man of Steel Black Series skate, they use that little rubber piece, and if you pull back on the rubber piece, it creates like kind of a spring, and it will fire the Catapult really, really nicely. That's a nice little feature. Like I said, you can rearrange these pieces, which is pretty cool, and here's kind of something I just randomly came up with. It's not exactly too pretty, but you can do that, so it's a pretty cool little feature you got with this set right here. Alright guys, final verdict here on the Gatehouse raid. For $30 it does have its slight issues, but I think this is a really cool LEGO castle set. Definitely kind of the poor man's version of the King's Castle, so if you don't have enough money, enough budget to get the King's Castle, I definitely suggest picking this set up. If you can only get one of the 3 smaller sets in this castle line, this is definitely the one that I would go towards more, which is a really cool set. For that reason, I get this set an 8.1 out of 10. I would actually recommend it a lot. It's not perfect, but it is still really, really cool looking. So, I'll see you guys next time. Please enter my recent giveaways. Please go like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, and follow me on Instagram. There'll be links for those down in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.